Before we begin, let me ask you something. Where are you listening from? Drop your country in the comments below. Maybe you're going through a separation. Maybe you're in a relationship that feels like it's slipping through your fingers. Or maybe you're single, wondering if you'll ever figure this whole love thing out. Wherever you are, this conversation is for you. Today, I'm going to tell you something that most successful people will never admit. I've been divorced. Not once. Not twice. But 3 times. Yes, 3 times. Each one public. Each one painful. Each one a lesson I never expected to learn. You see, behind every headline, there's a human. Behind every broken relationship, there's a story. And behind every story, there's a lesson, if you're brave enough to look for it. So let's talk about what love really is, what it isn't, and why sometimes, the end of something is just the beginning. Part 1, The Fantasy Marriage, Justine. It started the way a lot of stories do, in college. I was this awkward kid from South Africa trying to make sense of Canadian university life. That's when I met Justine. She was brilliant, articulate, passionate. I fell in love with her mind before anything else. But here's what no one tells you about young love: you're not falling in love with the person. You're falling in love with your idea of the person. We spent 8 years together before getting married. 8 years. You'd think that would be enough to truly know someone, right? But the truth is, time doesn't reveal everything. Pressure does. When life is good, it's easy to believe you're compatible. The real test comes with pain, stress, and loss. And that test came hard. We lost our first son, Nevada, to SIDS at just 10 weeks old. And while we were both broken, we grieved differently. Justine needed to talk, to cry, to be held. I needed to act, to move forward, to build something from the rubble. She healed through presence. I healed through productivity. Neither of us was wrong. But we were wrong for each other. We had 5 more children together through IVF. But the deeper wounds never healed. We stayed together because we thought love would be enough. It wasn't. Love isn't just about shared passion or intellect. It's about compatibility in the trenches. And sometimes, love isn't enough to build a life. Part 2, The Rebound Marriage, Tallulah. 6 weeks. That's how long it took me to meet someone new after my first divorce was finalized. Her name was Tallulah. She was British, artistic, spontaneous, everything Justine wasn't. At first, it felt refreshing. Light. Fun. Uncomplicated. And that's the trap of the rebound. You're not choosing someone because they are right for you. You're choosing them because they are not the last person. Tallulah and I got married in 2010. For a few months, it felt like I had finally figured it out. This was what love was supposed to be like: joyful, exciting, full of laughter. But here's what happens when reality sets in. Running multiple companies requires 80-plus-hour work weeks. Dealing with near bankruptcy, media pressure, and global responsibility doesn't leave much room for weekend getaways or romantic dinners. She wanted presence. I gave her purpose. She wanted romance. I gave her rockets. We were operating on 2 completely different love languages. And once again, neither of us was wrong. We were just wrong for each other. We divorced in 2012. Got back together. Remarried. And divorced again in 2016. You know what they say: if you break a glass once, you might be able to glue it back together. But it will never be the same. Lesson learned? Don't choose someone just because they're different from your ex. Choose someone because they are right for your life. Part 3, The Success Trap, Grimes. By 2018, I thought I had learned my lessons. Tesla was thriving. SpaceX was launching rockets regularly. I was finally successful, financially stable, and self-aware. Surely, now, I could get love right. Enter Claire Boucher, better known as Grimes. She was smart, creative, independent. A musician and artist who understood public pressure, perfectionism, and the life of an intense workaholic. We were both high achievers. Both passionate about our work. Both in the public eye. On paper, it made sense. But success doesn't eliminate relationship challenges. It just changes them. How do you make time for someone when both of you are changing the world in your own way? How do you maintain intimacy when every fight ends up on Twitter or the tabloids? We had a child together. And that made things even more complex. Suddenly, we weren't just partners. We were co-parents. And even though we didn't marry, ending the relationship in 2021 felt like a divorce. This time, though, it ended differently. With more maturity. More respect. More honesty. Sometimes, the kindest thing you can do for someone is to let them go. Part 4, 5 Lessons from 3 Divorces. So what did I learn from all this? 1. Love and compatibility are not the same. You can love someone's mind, spirit, and energy, and still not be able to build a life with them. Compatibility means shared values, similar life rhythms, and aligned visions. 2. Timing matters. The right person at the wrong time is still the wrong person. Relationships need bandwidth. Emotional availability. And sometimes, you just don't have it. 3. You can't love someone into being different. You can't love someone into healing the way you do, working the way you do, or living the way you want to live. People are not projects. They are not fixer-uppers. 4. Divorce can be an act of love. Sometimes, love means setting someone free. Staying in a relationship out of guilt, fear, or societal pressure is not noble, it's destructive. 5. Ending relationships doesn't make you a failure. Society says 3 divorces means you're bad at love. I say it means I'm unwilling to settle for mediocrity. Part 5, The Deeper Patterns. Looking back, I see patterns. Pattern 1, I chose attraction over compatibility. I fell in love with intellect, lightness, creativity, but I didn't ask, do we handle conflict the same way? Do we want the same daily structure? Pattern 2, I ignored the details. I thought we'd figure out the practical stuff later, how to raise kids, deal with money, balance work and home. But that is the relationship. Pattern 3, I treated love like an afterthought. My mission always came first. I tried to fit relationships into the margins of my life. But love doesn't belong in the margins. It belongs in the structure. Pattern 4, I confused intensity with stability. Each of my relationships had incredible highs. But that's not the same as emotional sustainability. True love happens on ordinary Tuesday afternoons. Part 6, What I Understand About Love Now. Now, at 52, after 3 divorces and multiple relationships, here's what I know. Real love is quiet. It's not about highs and lows. It's about 2 people who enjoy each other's company, even in silence. Real love is based on choice. Feelings change. Chemistry fades. But shared values and mutual respect can last. Real love requires wholeness. You can't use another person to fix what's broken in you. You have to show up as a whole person. Real love accepts trade-offs. Every choice means giving something up. The question is, are you happy with what you're getting in return? Real love is rare. Most relationships are compromises. But real love, the kind where you're better together than apart, that's rare. And worth searching for. Outro. So, if you've been through a breakup, a separation, or even a divorce, I want you to know something. You didn't fail. You learned. You grew. You're not broken. You're becoming. And the next time you choose love, choose it with open eyes. Choose it with wisdom. Choose it not just with your heart, but with your whole life. Because love isn't just something that happens to you. It's something you build. Together.